Welcome to the Fear Fiction Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So we went to the Mothman Festival in wonderful Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
We already did the Mothman episode.
Yeah, we're doing it again. It's a do-over. It's a mulligan. There were too many inside jokes in that one, so we got to start fresh. No inside jokes. A real cold open. No. So I went there with Chelsea, and it was a fun event. It was interesting because it was like, I wasn't sure what to expect in terms of the amount of true believers versus memesters. And it was actually kind of a pretty even split. There were more people who actually believed in it, but it was interesting. I think it was mostly people who just wanted to dress up in costumes and buy anything with the word Mothman attached to it, which is what I was. They had bags of cotton candy, but the bags of cotton candies had two red stickers on them, so that was Mothman cotton candy.
God damn it. I thought you were going to say they poisoned some of the candy and hoped that Mothman would appear to the people who got it.
I bought some Mothman cookies. I had a Mothman latte. Chelsea had a Mothman macron. Yeah, it was.
The fuck is a macron?
It's a French. It's a thing lesbians like. It's like lesbian pastries.
I see.
Do you mean macaroon?
Macaroon, yeah. I'm confusing it with a certain French politician.
Well, now I have to Google lesbian pasties. So yeah, you got a moth job from a mothstitute, and you stuck your moth in a glory moth. And
was the moth latte just a bunch of moths ground up and then added with espresso?
No, it was like vanilla and cherry, and I'm like, I don't know how this is very Mothman-ish, but okay. I didn't care.
Cherry for the red eyes, I guess. But,
you drank the entire latte until there were two red stickers in the bottom of the cup. Oh, okay.
I got a Mothman cup. I got a Mothman tote bag. I met some people from another podcast called Moth Boys.
Oh, God.
Shout out to the Moth Boys.
Are you going to do a crossover between Soy Boys and Moth Boys?
Maybe that might be fun. But it was a really big event. There were a lot of people there in a very small town, a town with a population of I'm guessing 500, had 5,000 people in it.
Oof.
And I think that it was brought out by the fact that the same weekend was also the Let's Break Into Area 51 weekend. And for all of us East Coasters, Nevada's way too far away. So we just went to Point Pleasant instead, and there were a lot of stuff related to aliens in Area 51 at the Mothman Festival.
Of course.
And there was also a lot of advertisements for Fallout 76 because it takes place in West Virginia, and the Mothman statue is in the game. So they just handed out a bunch of the little Vault Boy masks, and so on the way back to the car, because we had this long hike. There was a family, a mother and a father, and three little girls, all with Vault Boy masks.
Oh boy!
I don't even if they know where those came from.
Do you think that it's gotten so bad for Fallout 76 that Bethesda was I don't know, Mothman Festival? Maybe we'll pick up some customers there. I mean, I don't know.
I was about to say I'm genuinely surprised someone wasn't there handing out free copies of Fallout 76 because they can't seem to get rid of them or move them at all.
And on the free copy it says does not come with in-game purchases. But
That's pretty much what the situation was. Is they're just, what does it cost for them to throw out a few more free masks?
Right. I bet they'll be at the Area 51 thing too. The aliens at Fallout, yeah. Here's masks.
Speaking of clickbait, we're going to be reading Area 51 related stories.
Ooh. By the way, speaking of conventions, I did want to tell you guys that I did have a dream about both of you. I dreamt that the three of us went to a convention. Okay. Oddly enough, I guess because of Brandon talking about it when you do these late night recording sessions. And we go to this convention, we're in a hotel bar, and it's just a bunch of men in the bar, just all men. No
this
women.
is all sounding plausible.
Yeah,
Yes.
just a bunch of men, and all the men are going to and from the restroom over and over again and coming out like hot and sweaty and like exhausted.
Sounds like the bars I frequent, yes.
Yeah. And so my thought in this dream was, okay, this is a gay convention. All right, I didn't realize that. And my thought was, okay, so there's something for Abysmii and DP, but there's nothing for me. Great.
Yes.
How am I supposed to have fun here?
But my thought immediately was, well, DP and Abysmii are going to have a fun time in the bathroom, but not me. That's great.
Aww.
I'm just going to sit here all alone and drink.
I love that we are gay in your dreams.
I love that we're gay, but you also have like a low opinion of yourself going, oh, I'm not good enough. I guess I'll just sit here and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you could view it that way, but... Also, I just wanted to say that there was a jukebox in the bar that was playing a Weird Al cover of Teenagers by that little goth band. I don't remember the name of them.
I used to play
My
bass for
Chemical
that little
Romance.
goth band.
Yeah, little goth band.
By meth relationship.
Yeah. Would you like to know how the Weird Al Yankovic cover of Teenagers by My Chemical Romance went?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay, I have it written down here. This is actually a sneak cold open that I just rammed down Dead Palate's cold open. Okay. Well, they pull up to your work, and they think you're a jerk when you ask you want fries with that, 'cause you're living in hell, and you should have an L instead of the M on your hat. They say that McDonald's serves 1 million burgers a day. They could care less as long as everyone pays. So take an order and then go flip a burger until they replace you with a machine. And that's
Yang 2020.
that's dreaming the Slimebeast way. So anyway,
Nice.
I had to write that down when I woke up, and I wanted to tell you before conventions were no longer relevant.
Yeah, no.
That's the episode.
The issue is that it wasn't a convention. Okay, it was a fest. Conventions are air conditioned. That's the difference.
True.
And there was no air conditioning.
I see. So it was infested with moths. All right. So story.
Black men. What are your opinions?
Are you going to a festival for the?
Oh, sorry, I misread that.
Okay.
Men in Black. I'm dyslexic, guys. Okay.
I see. I'm dyslexic. So, Men in Black. Where is this located? Is this? Are we reading the IMDb page or?
We're reading the Wayward wiki site, and this is an aberration, and it's filed under cryptid. So the Men in Black are cryptids in the Wayward Society of America canon. If you don't know about the Wayward Society, there are a series of it's a collaborative writing project, and we're going to see what this has in store for us.
Yeah. All right. So Men in Black are cryptids like Chupacabra, like Mothman, like Area 51, like all those things.
Yes, and well, I think Area 51 would be considered a evergreen or a metaph. I don't know. It's all kind of confusing.
Artifact?
Yeah, metaph or evergreen. I don't know.
It'd be considered one of these categories, is what we're saying.
It would be a different category than cryptid for sure.
Okay.
But description: the Men in Black are aberrants that appear as two identical men standing at almost 7 feet tall, and as their name suggests, dressing in austere black business attire.
So they're
They
slender men.
They have no. It's totally different. Wait, they have pale skin, unnaturally large eyes.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, deep monotone. Just monotone. You would assume monotone voice.
No, just the monotone.
They're just hillbillies that are having a stroke. There's
Yes.
God, why do we always go to make fun of stroke victims?
I don't know. I can't get over the fact that it says they stand at over 7 feet tall or near 7 feet tall, but they're shorter than the guy next to them in the photo at the top of the article.
And faces are waxy and plastic. Some unsettled warders have pointed out that they never appear to blink, to which I like to reply, really? What's so... That's what unsettles you about them?
Mhm.
Not the fact that the room drops an entire 10 degrees when they walk in, or that the lights flicker around them? Okay, so that's... They're wearing sunglasses, presumably inside, and they also don't blink somehow. I guess you can tell through the sunglasses. But that's a neat little effect. The room gets colder, lights kind of like flicker out in and out.
And I guess that's an inventive way to insert that information, is to say, I think that's more scary than the other stuff. But yeah.
Also, warders are people who, in this universe, are people who know about monsters and aberrations and all of these kinds of things and actively hunt them and prevent people from being hurt by them.
Or having sex with them.
So, yes. Listen. Stop raping all the cryptids.
God damn it.
The man in
Hide your
black came
Mothman.
home and gave me his 7-foot monotone.
Yeah,
It was great.
7-foot monotone. Hide your chupacabra, hide your Mothman.
These men,
We get it, Abysmii.
patriarchy, have been confirmed to be employed by the Bureau. However, their exact function is unknown due to the Bureau's unrelenting confidentiality on the subject. Of course, the Society has unofficially speculated that their function is mainly interrogation, intimidation, or advanced interrogation. We really don't need all these quotation marks.
It could be interrogation, intimidation, advanced intimidation, intimitarogation, intimidatimidation, dimidome.
This is becoming a Rage Against the Machine song.
Interrogation.
Of advanced interrogation of Normans who are outspoken about the existence of the paranormal, the Bureau, and the Society
Is the
in
Bureau
which we all live.
Is the Bureau the FBI, or is the Bureau a different Wayward Society type creation?
Isn't it like just the government section that the warders like kind of have a semi-alliance with or something?
Okay.
Yes, the Bureau is in this canon separate from the Wayward Society, but they look at each other and it's like, you know what's up, and it's like, yeah, you know what's up. We got each other's backs, but they don't really.
Interesting.
And then Normans are just normies.
So it's like the real FBI and police force.
Yes.
This is my scene now. God damn it.
It's the FBI and the park rangers.
Yeah. They are sometimes seen acting as bodyguards, for Bureau personnel. You have to pretend to be my boyfriend. My mother is coming to town. Acting as bodyguards for Bureau personnel on business matters with certain society outposts. When guarding, the aberrants generally do nothing except stand around menacingly and snarl. Okay. Their presence in a room makes everyone uncomfortable, likely why the Bureau brings them to meetings with them whenever they have business with the Society. Okay. Trying to intimidate the Society.
You just at like a meeting and then someone like reaches for a pen and they just start barking at them.
He's not blinking, that's what you're worried about? The Society has literally never entertained the idea of attacking the Bureau and likely never will. Okay. How do you know? Maybe somebody in the Society might be That's what the Wayward Society needs. It needs a Ted Kaczynski.
Mm-hmm.
A rogue agent.
Well, I think that the idea here is that the Society has an official byline that they're like, we would never attack the Bureau.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why would we do? But then again, the Wayward Society is outgunned, so they wouldn't attack the Bureau for purely pragmatic reasons because the government is way bigger. Mm-hmm. It's to be noted that the current designation as Evergreen is extremely contentious among warders.
It's listed as cryptid, not Evergreen.
Yeah, I told you that's how contentious it is. Okay, look, hey. Contentious among warders. However, keep in mind the topic of the Men in Black is forbidden at any state or national society campfires, partially out of respect for our colleagues at the Bureau, but mainly due to my own personal annoyance at colleagues arguing over the designation.
Yeah.
If you want a more accurate representation of their type, then go ask them yourself. Tell us how that works out for you.
But here come the Men in Black. They're gonna never blink at you.
Here comes
Advanced
the men in black.
interrogation.
Can't put us in a category. Haha, Will Smith.
God damn it.
It's me, Will Smith.
Somebody in the Wayward Society, I don't give a fuck, write a cryptid article about Will Smith out in the woods, where he just pops up and he goes, haha, it's me, Will Smith. Anything you say, he goes, haha, yeah, you're right. You know, just does like the finger guns.
Haha, I'm 7 feet tall.
We could get Will Smith to be the new Jigsaw in the Jigsaw movie. And he just pops up at the end of the movie. It's like, haha, it's a twist.
Oh man! Now I'm gonna pass the mantle on to my son Jaden. Gives him a big kiss right on the face.
That would be a lot more interesting than that movie. I always forget what it's called because it looks boring as hell. But it's basically someone cloned him and he has to fight his clone. And I think it's like a CG version of him. It looks so fucking dumb.
Oh, I Am Legend, yeah.
Background. In the early years of the Bureau, the Men in Black have been employed as a catch-all for dealing with Normans who had encounters with aberrants. However, at its conception, the Bureau was much less skilled in the entire subterfuge business than it is today. There was a lot of footage from the 50s and 60s of these guys just being thugs. Thus, these missteps have cemented the Men in Black in their role in popular culture. Footnote, they have had 3 movies about them. 3. Well,
Aye.
technically 4, and only 2 matter. Blah, 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 blah. However, as a beneficial side effect, only Normans who were hysterical about ETs, extraterrestrials, I'm assuming, reported their existence. The Bureau has leaned into this role, fully embracing the paranoid and conspiratorial nature of these rumors. Today, as a result, nobody can reveal that they were visited by these aberrations, or they faced ridicule at being another conspiracy/UFO nut.
I mean, if you just phrase it other than the words Men in Black, you'd probably be fine.
Yeah, government
Some guys
officials
in suits roughed me up. Oh, that's believable.
say the FBI.
Yeah.
That's something that I noticed a lot when in West Virginia and talking to what I would call marks, people who believe that the Mothman is real and the government knows something about it. They wouldn't say Men in Black. They would say Men in Black suits. That was always the precise phrase used.
I thought you were going to say persons of suits of color.
SOCs.
SOCs.
Suits of color, yeah.
Listen, we got to stop oppressing all of the, SOC communities. And,
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was going to start reading, so go ahead.
I lost it completely.
Well, that
It's
and
gone.
that and your erection, that's fine.
No, I found it.
Oh.
I do like that the idea of these are so much more conversational than the RPC Authority and SCP Foundation, and you do get those bits like, I don't care what it's classified as. Can we just move on and do the job that we're supposed to do, which is categorize? And it's like, wait, shit, that's my job.
Well, in the preceding video, which is a video we can click but we're not going to, grainy as it is, the Men in Black are dressed in black suits and trench coats.
Remember that, in case we ever face-to-face and make contact. Talk about me in my boot, but you think so, you did not see.
They also appear exactly the same in other, much older videos, suggesting immortality. Hence, tentatively evergreen. I can hear you whiners screeching already. I am not changing this article, and neither are you allowed to request access to the article to make grammar fixes. So, that's interesting because the classification is changed at the top.
I think that's done on purpose, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not going to... No, we will not nerf Doomfest. Location and population. It is unknown how many Men in Black exist, but there are 2 confirmed instances.
Interesting. So, there's only 2 of them, so who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait a minute. Look at the top image with the circled people behind Kennedy. One of them's not wearing a black suit. He's not even in black, dude.
Yeah, it's like dark gray.
The Men in dark gray. Oh man, that would actually be an interesting thing to spin out of everything, is what if there were men in different colors that did different things? in the Bureau, like the men in red who, you know, when you see them, that's it. You're fucking dead.
No, if you see the men in red, it'd be like, hey, you want some of our maple syrup there?
God damn it.
Joseph has his mini Technicolor suit people.
people of suits.
POS. Hunting or procurement methods. Some members of the society are vocally opposed to the notion of being required to accommodate the MIB. Hey, they said it. If they request to observe your hunt. While understandably creepy, remember, these guys can tear a bear's head off with their bare hands.
Ooh.
Remember, it's for your own protection.
God damn it. DP lost his thought and his erection.
And yours, probably. We also have to play nice with the Bureau because we're quote-unquote friends now, apparently, according to the Great Circle. A lot of aggression in this. Personally, I would feel much safer with one of these guys watching my back. Certainly better than them, tailing you afterwards out of spite.
Update. As of now, this aberrant has been reclassified as a cryptid because the society is full of bellends that can't accept a classification they disagree with.
I can't tell. Are we okay with them using the term bellends when it's the wayward society of America?
It depends who did it.
Yeah.
You know, like, is there some overseer that's like, you know, a character? I don't know. Who knows?
I do like the way that this ends, though, because it's very true. These guys are first, last, and only line of defense against the worst scum in the universe.
And I do want to point out who the author of the story is so we can give credit looking at the history. That would be account deleted. Okay.
Mm.
No, Creek Kronk Crunk is the original author.
Really?
Yeah, that was back in May. Hold on. Oh, wait, no.
Abysmii, stop saying wrong things. Back in 27 August 2018, one year ago to this date.
You're right. You were right.
I'm always
Never
right.
mind.
God fucking damn it. No. So that is the Men in Black. What do we think about that? I wish there were I wish there was more to it. I wish there were like, the Men in White, the Men in Teal, the Men in Purple, and then it was like all different things.
This is one of those rare instances where I want a transcript, I want a recorded interaction, because Men in Black, as they describe it, is very like, yeah, that's what they're portrayed as in all media. Thank you. There's nothing really setting this apart from what everyone already considers the Men in Black, except that they're 7 feet tall, so, whatever.
Well, they're creatures.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree because what we are getting from this is they're fulfilling a role of tension between the Bureau and the Wayward Society because this is like a point of contention between them. And I think that even if the interpretation of the Men in Black themselves isn't interesting, they are, one, being presented as creatures instead of humans, and two, they are fulfilling an interesting plot point in the greater story. So this, in upon itself, isn't really that great of an entry alone, but I think in the wider context of the Wayward Society, I'm for it. And I think, you get vivid memories turned to fantasies. Ain't no MIB, please. I mean, you just got to do what we say. That's the way we kick it.
I only know the Neil Cicerega remix of that, so all I can think of is bees. Bees. Haha. Bees.
I know we might seem imposing, but yeah.
All right, so how do we stop DP from?
I don't think we can.
How do we stop DP from existing
get through
at this
all
point?
of it.
I got to get it all out of my system.
Just don't start getting into the wild, wild west. Whatever you do. All right.
Hey, Abysmii, what are you?
Some kind of Suicide Squad? Starring Will Smith? Haha. Suicide? Haha.
You're crazy. You give a black man a gun? Haha.
Jesus Christ.
Approachable black guy? Haha.
That would make for a very weird sequel if Suicide Squad 2 was just Will Smith and myself just kind of looking confused.
Will Smith is not in the credits for the next movie.
Is he not?
No.
Wow. They got Flulaborg, but not Will Smith to come back.
Yeah, they got Flulaborg, and then
They're gonna have
Which,
Adam Sandler as Clockmaster. I don't know.
Fugavore is going to be Deadshot in the new one. Yeah. Abysmii, what are you?
About 5'10".
No, not what time it is. What are you?
An Aquarius.
Abysmii.
What?
Lawyer.
Oh, I'm not a lawyer though.
Just say it so he's happy.
No.
That's what he's trying to get you to say is lawyer.
That's what everyone tries to get me to say. I'm not doing it.
No, there's other people.
Not doing it.
There's other people who
You
try
can't
to
make me
get
do
you
it.
to
I'm not
say
gonna do
other
it.
things. Some people try to get you to say I do.
I already did.
And now look at you. What do you got? A happy relationship? A glowing future? What's it gotten you?
Glowing?
Glowing.
A glowing future. A glowing future in genetic reproduction. I don't know.
That's why I'm tired all the time. It's always glowing, and I can't fucking sleep.
Okay, so just say lawyer so he's happy.
I'm not gonna do it.
DP, why don't you ask one more time?
Abysmii, what are you?
Hi.
Hi,
Correct.
Abysmii. What are you?
That is correct. Abysmii is an alien,
Yes.
which is why we're going to be reading a story about aliens. And
This isn't a story. This is an accidental placement of a few words on a page. Look how short this is.
What isn't that what all stories are? Accidental placement of a few words on a page.
That's what all
That's
creepypasta is.
yeah. All right, so I have a question for you guys. What is your favorite movie with a xenomorph in it?
The first aliens.
Oh,
The first
Oh,
Aliens?
Alien. Sorry.
I
What?
liked Aliens 1. Okay, so we have a movie called Alien about an alien, and here's the creepypasta titled Alien about an alien. Okay, so let's...
now are they both, because they're both called Alien, both have the same cultural impact?
Oh,
yes. My prediction is that this story is going to be like Ripley walked into the room. She was wearing a black hoodie, and she had
Ripley is so
scars
hot.
cut into her face.
What's going on if you're not attracted to Ripley?
I don't know.
Come on. You want Space Mom to take care of you. That's what you want.
Space Mom.
I'm gonna say something controversial here.
Uh-oh.
Aliens versus Predator 1. It's incredible. It's such a good movie.
It's incredible in the classic term of, hard to believe, yeah?
Hard to believe
Classic
it got
definition.
made.
Yeah.
But it's I very much so enjoy it. But I think Abysmii was the last one to read, so this is all up to one old Slimebeast.
Oh, I thought we went back to the Between Stories order.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
always been a theory dashing around humans that there is life outside our planet.
Blaze just third.
Was this written by Neil deGrasse Tyson? Because this sounds pretty brainy. That theory is technically correct, but not in the traditional sense. There is indeed life outside our planet. Yeah, us on its surface, and birds in the sky and shit. A single life. A single alien. Date him now in our dating simulator on Steam. A single alien, very lonely one. All it wants is a few friends. But sadly, it's too far for your technology to travel at this time. Okay.
Okay, so
There's a
depressed
shit
alien.
ton in this first paragraph. Just like it's very telling about this author in this story.
Aw. They even put their photograph on. Here's my selfie.
This is depressed gray.
Yeah, it's a sad-looking gray 3D alien. For anybody
So
who's not
we
looking
don't
at the
know
page.
who our narrator is or our protag. Maybe it's the alien. We don't know how they came about this information. Yeah. We're a fifth through this.
All right, go ahead.
Sorry, I was taking a drink. It's constantly surrounded by the corpses of its creator, the creator before that, and so on. So every time a new one is made, the last one dies.
Okay.
You see, the way the species works is it births a single offspring with a single parent. The parent then dies, leaving the offspring to live on its life. It has to walk through its world knowing it's the reason its creator died.
Uh-huh.
It's the reason there's another one of those lifeless shells spread across the planet that have not decomposed for some reason. how did alien life evolve into this weird form of one person?
There's many questions here, like, is it passing on knowledge from parent to child? Because if the parent dies right away, the child would probably just grow up being like, well, it's all these weird things, lol, 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 you know, just running around on the surface like a fucking idiot.
This is like the dumbest type of evolution ever. We gotta pass on our genetic information and memory. Oh, we only got the one. Okay, so we're just gonna grow up and die and give birth, then grow up and die and give birth.
And, you know, I think things wouldn't biodegrade. I have to give the story some credit, because things wouldn't degrade if there were no other organisms to degrade them, you say. It's only one alien, only one life out there. There's no bacteria, there's no insects, there's no nothing to
But then how is
decay.
it procreating?
Fapping. It looks up at Earth and just jerks it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see Mothman from here.
Its eye holes are actually birthing chambers. There's no eyes in there.
I inform you of this not because it's dangerous, but because it's endangered.
Oh.
You human freaks need to speed up your technology and save it before the monsters reach it.
Oh, God.
Why? Those that threaten this poor alien are ones that can be easily stopped if you have a Model 9 AG.
What the
Come on now. Come on now. Do not judge the story by its words. Come on now.
Abysmii, are you not a gun enthusiast? Have you not
Apparently
heard of
not.
the Model 9 AGS 9021 compact laser rifle? Come on.
The M9 AGS 9021 CLR. Come on.
Oh boy, I'm out of touch. But you shouldn't have those for a few hundred years. So that is to say, they're nearly unstoppable at this time. So why bother?
The
telling us
monsters,
this?
the monsters aren't aliens, though.
No.
There's a single.
There's only
alien.
a single life out there. The monsters are not.
The monsters are ghost monsters. They're not alive. They're undead.
What if it's the aliens' own inner demons? What if they're psychological monsters that are bubbling to the surface?
Maybe this monster is a huge fan of Metallica.
What if the monsters was the alien all along, and us also?
Monsters imprisoning me. All that I see. Model 9 AGS 2971 compact laser rifle.
But you can find it on the alien's planet. It doesn't know it, but it holds one of the strongest weapons of all time in its tiny infant hands. Like a baby holding a grenade at a Mothman festival. If you can reach it in time, it'll kindly give it to you. If not, the monsters will surely have ripped it from the alien's cold, dead hands. NRA Forever 2020. Driving the species to extinction.
Are you saying that we need to elect the NRA as
Yes.
a collective?
We need to
Every
elect
member of the NRA.
the NRA as President of the United States.
You can have this presidency when you pry it from my cold, dead baby alien hands.
Yep. You see, here's the thing. You can't impeach the entire NRA, you say. Plus, what are you going to do? You can't convince people that the NRA, shot themselves in the back of the head either, because they're trained in gun safety, you say.
Mhm.
But if not, the monsters have cold dead hands, driving the species. The species used to have millions, but to be one of the most feared The species used to have millions, to be one of the most feared races in the universe. Then, monsters, different from these, wiped them out. This is like a ritual. This is a ritual pasta set.
It
space.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Billions and billions of years ago, the Earth was formed. Then monsters. And now here we are.
What the fuck? What PBS special did I turn on here? What the shit? Ladies and gentlemen, monsters, space, laser rifles, one alien. What?
It's like a ritual pasta, but it's written from like a god perspective that has knowledge of the future. It's like, man, there's going to be like Model 9 AGS 9021 compact laser rifles in the future, but not now.
Yeah, and you're going to invent the same gun that this other alien race invented and name it the same English words. And
Is our narrator God, and God just did a line of coke?
yes. God is
You
having a
stupid
stroke.
fuckers. There's one alien on one planet I made, and that's the only one. And you'll even have Model 9 AGS 921 compact laser rifles yet.
The monsters are coming. The monsters. What monsters?
What monsters?
Monsters!
Millions!
Yes.
There's only one kind of alien. What about the monsters? Those are different. They're from space, but they're space monsters. But they're not living creatures.
Now listen. God, listen. You need to calm down. This is like that last time.
I'm not God.
This is like that last time.
I am a god. My name is Stephen King.
God fucking. This is like that last time when you said that the monsters were going to get somebody else. No, those were different monsters. Oh, okay. All right. So who is this now? This is DP.
It's me. And
Last
I'm
paragraph.
God, and I'm Stephen King, and this cocaine ain't shit. Now, as I said earlier, the alien shouldn't be feared. But what you should be afraid of is the fact that the home planet for these monsters is Earth.
Bum bum bum.
And I'm pretty sure that was their shuttle they just sent off, not yours.
So were the aliens reading this? And
No.
monsters?
This makes no sense. They said there's one alien. And then they're like, but there are other aliens. And then the aliens are humans. But what about us?
What about us?
There's at least 3 species out there.
It's too far. Wait, they say that humans aren't advanced enough to get out there, but we are? Because what? There's other monster aliens on Earth? What?
Listen, we're talking to one right now.
I know.
Abysmii. What are you planning to do to this poor lonely infant in space?
I came to Earth. I'm not leaving again, at least for a while. And if I did meet this poor alien, I probably would kill it to put it out of its misery.
We got him on recording. We got him on tape.
Shit!
We got him on cassette. We got him on record.
Abysmii, pro-euthanasia.
Mm-hmm.
Alien euthanasia.
Somebody hacked this wiki entry and put my face in the place of the alien face.
Could we ask Cleric of Madness to do that for us?
Well, considering the lukewarm response this got in the comments, I don't think anyone would mind.
Well, actually, can I read a comment?
Oh, God.
No, let me read it.
Yeah,
let me
go
read the
for
comment.
it.
I called it. I said it first. Okay. We have a comment from someone who did appreciate this story's message. Okay. On July 22nd, 2015, this was posted. This is why I'm a vegan.
Oh,
Humans are
God.
responsible for way too much death and destruction. Look at the old Soviet Union. World War II. The reason I'm pronouncing "twu" is because it's not the 2 lines, it actually is the word "two." Slaughterhouses. The Trail of Tears with a capital H. Every war in the history of ever. As Hazel Grace Lancaster once said,
Ooh.
I want to minimize the number of deaths I am responsible for.
Humans are responsible for way too much death and destruction, like every war they've ever done. Yeah, that goes without saying, I think.
So, Hazel Grace Lancaster...
Famous vegan.
The Fault is in Our Stars wiki. Let's see what...
Oh, what? What the hell
This
is that?
a character on The Fault is in Our Stars?
The
Fault is in Our
fuck is
Stars?
that? I don't care. I've already lost interest.
There's also someone saying that the name of that laser rifle is from Fallout.
Whoa. Really?
Here we have a great comment. This one is excellent. 10 out of 10.
We have an even better one. 2 out of 10.
I found an even better one. In all caps. A creature!
Mm. Someone says, I don't really get it, and the response is, the monsters are humans.
Somebody in
Which
2013...
doesn't make any sense.
Somebody in 2013 says, we're not that bad. And the reply to that is, yeah, it's not like driving several species of wild animals to extinction and melting the polar ice caps and poisoning the air and water we breathe and drink is all that bad. Sarcasm.
I love. You can tell how well read this person is by saying we're driving several species.
Yeah.
They couldn't get any more specific than
There's-
several. I know there's at least a few.
Yeah,
okay,
there's probably at least like 2 or 3.
like not good.
I mean, this story started out with the phrase, there's always been a theory dashing around humans, and I think that many things have dashed around the humans in these comments. Many ideas, many concepts have completely dashed around them, perhaps over their head. But yeah.
Are y'all up to read one more short alien-based
Might as
story?
well, yeah.
Here's different from the story we just read, Alien. This one is The Alien. Hopefully this story will only contain one alien, because the last story promised a singular alien, and then there were many.
Can I read you one last comment before we depart from that story? I wouldn't put it past humans to exterminate every alien race in the galaxy once we can, just so we'll be able to terraform their planet for our use. Humans really are evil. Hitler, 9/11, ISIS, and all the murder and wars from the ancient past prove that. The pointless burning of the Library of Alexandria makes me really mad. I'm a book lover, so of course I hate anyone who kills books for no reason.
Kills books.
Kills is in quotation marks, but I don't think that excuses it. Okay, so now we'll depart from that.
Did y'all see the people getting mad that Oreos made like a Twitter image that was like, hey, you having trouble keeping, your book page number memorized? How about you use Oreos to memorize? And they put Oreos in a book and they poured milk on it, and people were flipping out. How dare you burn a book?
How dare you milk a book?
People were super mad that they, ruined a book.
So is this going to be the new trend of book milkings, or what?
Book milking.
Book dunking.
And it's funny, too, because, there were some people who were, getting faux offended because it was funny. And then there were people who were sincerely offended. And Poe's law was in full effect of, I can't tell who is who.
Yeah, well, ban them all, that's what I say.
Just ban all books.
Ban all books, yes.
And then once you've done that, ban Twitter. And then once you've done that, find the space alien and kill it with Model 9S 8423 AGS compact disc laser.
Yep.
The alien.
Who's, I forget who's
Abysmii.
to read.
Yeah, probably me.
Oh, great.
The following passage is taken from the notebook of Officer Miles Bradbury.
I recognize that name.
17th.
That last name. Guys, do you know that last name?
It's definitely not Ray Bradbury.
Yeah, that was a writer of science fiction.
Oh my god.
Whoa, speaking of burning books.
Yeah.
17th of April 2013, we were called out to investigate a forest fire. Of course, when we got there, we saw government agents who merely told us to secure a perimeter.
Of course.
And gave us fake details to spout to anybody who tried to come close. My close colleague Jake and I were a little annoyed by this. We passed the tedious hours chatting. It didn't take long for the government agents to come up during conversation.
I like to imagine this is Finn and Jake. Whoa, what's going on here? Now, kid, get out of here and take your dog with you. So, I don't even know what they would say. I almost said bogus, but I'm like, that's not anything. Okay. So what do you think they'll be doing back there, I asked. Weapons testing, I'll bet. I doubt that it's weapons testing. It would count for the smoke, but why do that in the middle of a forest? Why not a moor out at sea, somewhere safe? I don't know.
You're right. Weapon testing doesn't really make sense. I might go back. I might go take a look.
God damn it.
Brr.
Yeah.
If they'll let you. My friend was silent after that. I wish I had known what was going on inside his head. I might have tried to stop him if I had. Well,
now I wish I had.
Day. No, yeah, I guess we're rotating.
The next day, he wasn't at his post, so I stood alone for the entire morning shift with a raging hard-on that wasn't addressed. During my
morning shift, more like morning stiff.
Damn right. During my lunch break, he approached me. He was different, flamboyant. I wasn't. Why did that amuse me so? I don't know.
I don't know.
It wasn't just the fact that his clothes and face were dirty and covered in some kind of slime.
It wasn't just the fact that he had ectoplasm all over him.
It wasn't just how exhausted he was. This was my dream. Or even that he was shaking. It was the look in his eyes. I've never seen anything like it. The only way I could describe it was that there was a madness in his eyes, a frantic desperation to do something, constantly at war with an intense, debilitating fear of actually doing it. Uh-huh.
Between crazed gasps of breath, he uttered the words, "It's an alien." I'd have laughed if it weren't for his appearance. This was no laughing matter. Shut up, cat.
Yeah.
What? I started. You mean like little gray men? He shook his head. No, not like that. They were something bigger, not in size, but it was just greater than us, more powerful. We are ants compared to it. Humanity is nothing. We're nothing.
Okay.
So this is starting, it's hitting the ground running very quick. But what I will say is I do like that line of, like, little gray men. And it's like, no, they were something bigger than us. Not in size, but like in scale. Yeah, in scope. That's a good idea.
It's God.
He started to laugh and cry and shake.
Do the Harlem Shake.
And shake his booty. Yeah. And then he
T-posed. This is like 2013, so maybe Harlem Shake was still a thing at the time.
Yeah.
I backed away uneasily. The next moment, I'll never forget. He grabbed my porcelain mug from the table, poured the contents onto the floor, shattered it against the table, and rammed the jagged remains down into his own throat. I rushed forward and tried to stop him, but it was too late. He was bleeding profusely. He gripped hold of my hand so tight that it hurt and didn't let go until he had finished choking to death on his own blood. I didn't move for the next 20 minutes. Even then, the others found us. Even then, the others found us. Okay. Yeah.
Even when the other found us is supposed to be. All right. So he mugged himself. It just says number 1 dad on the mug. He breaks it, and on the floor it looks like it says dead. And it's like, oh, interesting filmmaking choice. I was under suspicion for his death. Of course I was. When the government types saw the slime on his clothes, they were even more eager to convict me.
You sick fuck.
They thought I was the Forest Slimer who had been sought after. Sought after for decades. I did match the sketch.
We got our man. God damn it, we finally got our man. And then they lock him up, and people continue to get slimed, and they're like, God damn it.
There was two of them.
We got the right man. This is just a copycat.
Yes. It's a slimy cat. Oh, is that what you are? Are you a slimy cat? Yeah. Okay. I was determined to get to the bottom of this. I didn't think I could sleep again until I had. Well, you are accused of murder. They took me to a spare room and kept a guard posted, with orders to not let me so much as move. Of course, he told me in confidence that he didn't believe I was guilty. I desperately took advantage of this, kissing the back of his neck. When enough time had passed that he began to grow complacent, I got up and beat him unconscious with a mug, and then I jammed the remains down into his throat. No. Beat him unconscious. Or I killed him. I'm not sure. I didn't even stop to think about it. That's a bit of an overreaction to the government thinking you murdered somebody and needing to clear up the situation. Wouldn't you say?
So you're saying you didn't kill the first guy, correct? But you did kill the second guy. In self-defense? In self-defense of what? You thinking I'm killing people.
Yeah, exactly. Or I killed him, I'm not sure. I didn't even stop to think about it long enough to feel any kind of guilt or remorse. I had to get to the smoke, no matter what. Why not just go home? Maybe it's like a mind control thing. Maybe it's an influence. Maybe I'm being unfair.
After 7 minutes of trekking, I started to feel vulnerable, and not just from the possibility of getting caught by my fellow police officers or the government. I felt as if a million eyes were staring at me with killing intent. I felt like every molecule of air around me was a predator so dangerous that preyed on humans. My dead colleague's words came back to me. I literally felt like an ant staring up at a human's boot. So some of this I think is a little unnecessary, but like the feeling of fear and nervousness is palpable. I like the bit about the ant and the boot being reiterated, the vulnerability, but like the molecules of air around me are predators.
Are you going to read the last part of that paragraph, by the way? I'll just take it. I literally felt like an ant staring up at a human's boot. The boot came off of the smelly, crusty foot, which came down and squished me very stinkily. I inhaled, and it was so embarrassing. Okay.
The feeling only grew stronger the closer I got to the smoke. My chest was aching, my spine was tingling.
My palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on my sweater already.
Haha, Will Smith. I'm in the forest burning shit.
Yeah.
I felt
Bring
like
all
every
your boys in. Here comes the poison.
Then I realized the presence that I was feeling was simply the ego that radiated around Will Smith at all times.
I had to breathe slowly and deeply to calm myself down, but it still wasn't enough. Every step I took, every breath I took, was a great effort. In through the nose, out through the mouth, one foot in front of the other. I finally made it to the clearing, and I saw what was causing the smoke.
When you see UFOs on TV, they look like discs, or triangles, or flashing lights. All things you've seen before. What was in front of me? God fucking damn it. What was in front of me?
Normally I don't draw attention to it, but your cats are making really weird noises tonight. Like,
yeah. It's just... what are you going to do? I found her in the woods. There was a bunch of smoke. She was covered in slime. I washed her off, took her home, whatever.
You're going to get assimilated into the thing.
Whatever. At least I'll be a part of something that accepts me. I knew without a doubt what was in front of me, I knew without a doubt was a UFO, even though I'd never seen anything like it. It was a
What?
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 Anyone going to point out the obvious problem of it was clearly an unidentified object, even though I had never seen an unidentified object before.
I had never seen anything like it. It had a clitoris and labia. It was a craft such as one that humanity would never be capable of making. I had little knowledge of science, but I knew that this craft was capable of traveling past the speed of light.
What?
It had a sticker on it that said, "I brake for nothing, even the speed of light." Just looking at it, I realized that everything we think we know about physics is wrong.
What?
I couldn't... This is just an Applebee's.
There's already a theory about breaking the speed of light.
This whole, I like the idea of just like, fucking Newton. Goddamn idiot.
Yeah. By the way,
apples are going to fall to the earth? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Not replicable.
That's right. By the way, we didn't say who wrote the last story.
Who did?
I don't know. I couldn't go any further. We should probably figure that out before we end the episode.
I'll look it up. Cool.
I couldn't go any further. I turned back into the forest and sat down. That's when I wrote this. I wanted to uncover why my friend died. But now, I'll just read it since Abysmii's probably looking at them. Oh, wait, no, this is DP's turn anyway.
My turn.
Whatever, I'm tired. Don't pretend y'all ain't tired. Y'all a bunch of tired-ass motherfuckers.
If any of you government people find this notebook, keep it to yourselves. I don't want anyone else reading this. I don't want the truth getting out. Humanity's not ready for this, and they never will be. After I've written this, and once I've gathered my courage, I'm going to look inside the UFO. The following passage is taken from the notes of Dr. Osman.
Okay.
Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz. So, if the government people find this notebook, keep it to yourselves, but I thought he was, like, against the government people.
Yeah, but I guess maybe he figures no matter what he does, they're going to find it and come for him.
Why? It's like a message about everything that happened to people who are covering up what's happening and know what happened.
Why did his friend go insane, but he didn't? You know what? Alien jizzed on him. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alien jizz makes you go insane.
Straight loco.
Alien jizz is pure for loco.
It's all I ever drink. 9th of July, 2013. Miles Bradbury isn't too strange a case. He constantly hops on about seeing an alien. It's when he goes into detail that things start to get interesting. Of course, most of the time he just babbles and stammers for his entire interview. But when he talks about the alien, he describes it as being beautiful, perfect, gigantic titties, but not in size or other such praises.
Yeah. So, he also comes into the psychiatrist's office covered in slime every day. He says that it is a higher form of life than humanity, aka God, and could destroy us all with little effort like God if required. In fact, during a few interviews, he stops here and merely starts screaming, "Humanity is nothing!" over and over at the top of his lungs until we sedate him.
Humanity is nothing. We're all just ants under giant boots.
Yeah. Humanity is nothing.
Want to spell that foot?
God damn it. Oh.
Over and over at the top of his lungs, we will sedate him. He shows no signs of brain damage or physical trauma. No history of episodes or disorders. Yeah, there's no brain damage. He's just yelling about aliens. This was all caused by some kind of psychological trauma the night before he was brought in, after killing 2 fellow officers.
Mm-hmm.
So he killed... Yeah, okay, that's why.
They're blaming the first on him, and he did the second one for no reason.
Maybe he really just did kill both of them.
Maybe.
This is just an elaborate ruse.
Yeah.
Could be an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
This patient has very little chance of recovery. It's troubling. There's seemingly no cause for this condition. I literally cannot think of a single reason on this earth that a man could snap this violently.
Get it? On this earth,
Mm-hmm.
get it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is not from Earth. So this is by Cyan Writes. Cyan. Cyanide.
I know because I've narrated one of their stories before.
Uh-oh, now you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. The other one was a lot better than this. Just saying.
Well, this is from the distant past.
True. But so was that one.
This is from all the way back in December 2018. I don't know.
Yeah, that was back in the wild, wild west of creepypasta times, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of which,
going straight to the wild, wild west.
The writer for the last
wild,
one
wild west.
was Ivory Loves You.
Oh.
Wow.
So, what do we think about Area 51 now?
Go there if you want to invade a small town.
Yeah.
You're not going to find anything.
If you go to Area 51, you may find the loneliest little alien with the coolest laser gun. You may find a bunch of smoke and mirrors and some kind of goo god that jizzes insanity onto your face. You might find nothing. Probably nothing.
Aren't the real aliens the Mexicans we packed up along the way?
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
You should subscribe to Fearfic. It's pretty good, I think. We tend to laugh a lot when I've had too much to drink. We like reading stories and making stupid jokes. We don't really mean them, it's just our humor, folks. I may not be a lawyer, but I had one write this song to cover any liability so we can all just get along. If you'll just sign this paperwork and initial at the son of a bitch. What? Yeah, I'm recording the song. You literally just interrupted my 34th take. What? Guitar and vocals, what does it matter? Hip-hop? Dude, I can't fucking rap. Well, just get the Loose Noose crew. They're desperate. You could probably pay them in beef jerky. Do I look like their agent? Call them yourself. I know I'm on the hook for this, but you never specified the song style you wanted. Alright, fine. I'll go find them. They're probably still singing for pocket change behind the Walmart dumpster where I left them.
Jellyfish Networks is a web hosting service based in Tennessee that is sort of like a small, mom and pop kind of service that you pay a low monthly fee and you get your hosting. I've been with them for a few years now, maybe about 10 years. And if you can look past the fact that my sites have been down for about 2 weeks now, they're a pretty good service.
You wouldn't think about it because it's doing its job. Okay? You don't think about your life insurance until somebody dies, and you don't think about how good your web hosting services are until they go down. They're just going down to remind you, hey, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, like a overeager spouse. They're just going down to remind you they're doing a good job. What? But yeah, I mean, if you want a web service that's going to be good for 10 straight years and then drop you for 2 weeks for no reason.
2 weeks.
Actually, I shouldn't say no reason. It's because they had a hardware failure that apparently takes forever to fix. I don't know.
Well, I can see that.
So if you're a fan of Slimebeast.com, Mangled.com, TooSpooky.com, Fearfic.com, CampCadaver.com, Stinko.com, DatBooty.com, Patooey.com, Vidnap.com, 404.com. I'm just saying domain names I own even if there's nothing on them. If you're a fan of all those sites, maybe get an account with Jellyfish Networks and they'll have more money so they'll be able to hire more people to fix problems when they come up. I don't know.
So this is based in Tennessee?
Yeah.
Near Nashville?
Probably.
So like Toby Keith just came in with a guitar and started smashing up the servers.
Probably. That would make
They
sense.
wrote a song about it.
He hates fear fiction. He hates horror stories.
Well, he just has a problem with all the goddamn kids looking at their cell phones. If I break up their horror stories, they won't read their cell phones no more.
Yeah. None of these stories done happened.
Goddamn kids with their high literacy rates and higher IQs.
Back in my day, you had a pocket Bible. Now people got a pocket God knows what. It's got all the hentais, it's got the frosted fears, it's got everything.
Why would you frost a fear? You should frost a donut. Why are you putting frosting on things that don't need it?
Okay, can we start a campaign against the frosted mini fears saying just why frost a fear, frost a donut?
We need a new Toby Keith OC.
That wasn't even Toby Keith. You were just doing Dr. Phil.
In my defense, I don't know what the fuck Toby Keith sounds.
No, neither do I. That's what makes it perfect.
Now, the next person we got coming out on stage is someone from a web site called Frosted Mini Fears, and boy, I tell you what, they think it's okay to post anime watermelon asses all over your children's feeds. Let's bring them on out.
I love it when Elias will inevitably not put these plugs in chronological order. And people will be like, what? Frosted butt watermelons? What?
Frosted butt melons and Crystal Skull Pizza Huts during an eclipse? I don't understand.
Oh, that's a good weekend.
Yeah.
What memes were happening in 2017?
Let me Google that. 2017 memes. None of these are funny anymore. Oh. Huh. Mm-hmm. Ugandan what? Oh, okay.